how much is my home worth? That's the big question that most sellers have when they're getting ready to list their property on the market. How do you answer that question? You should think like a real estate appraiser and bracket the properties that you look at when you're determining the value to list your house at. So let me backtrack a little bit here and give you an idea of what an appraiser does, because you have competitive market analysis reports, or CMAs as we call it in the industry, that are done by real estate agents to help buyers and sellers determine what to either purchase or list the property for, right? Because we don't want to pay too much or ask for too little when you're selling your property. So you do a competitive market analysis to look at comparable sales, which includes active listings, pending sales, and closed sales. An appraiser goes a little bit deeper. Well, actually, they go a lot deeper. Let me tell you what the appraisers are asked to do, right? The underwriting department is going to do two things. They're validating the creditworthiness of a buyer before they issue a mortgage. And they're also validating the creditworthiness of the property, the subject property that's going to be used in the transaction to loan money on this. It's the collateral behind the loan. So they do the pest inspection, they do a home inspection, and they do an appraisal report. The appraiser's job in creating an appraisal report is to understand what's going on in the marketplace. So they do a thorough analysis. These reports are usually on a summary report. They're 1004. They're usually about 20 to 50 pages long. The banks like for the appraiser to bracket the subject property, which means that if your house is 1,500 square feet, to get the best comps to bracket the value of your house, you would choose one house that's smaller. That would be like a 1,200 within 300 square feet, right? So if your house is 1,500 square feet, you pick a smaller house that's 1,200 square feet, a larger house that would be up to 1,800 square feet, and then a house that's almost equivalent in square footage to your house, which would be 1,500 square feet. Then you take the $3 values and you combine them together and divide by 3. That determines what your average market price per square foot is. Then you can make deductions based on that market price per square footage. Or if you multiply that times 1,500 square feet, if your house is 1,500 square feet, you'll get an estimate of value by doing that. But for you, for determining a list price, find 3 closed sales. Find 2 within your subdivision and 1 outside of your subdivision, because they want to see what competing subdivisions are doing, what competing markets within a 1-mile radius is doing, so that they don't the appraiser's not overly relying on comparable or market activity within one specific subdivision. And the reason being is, let's say that your subdivision is a brand new construction development, and to entice buyers to come and buy brand new properties from that development, the seller, the developer, is offering sales contributions towards closing costs, or brand new kitchen upgrade appliances, or whatever. And so we have to look at comparable sales outside of the subdivision to determine what the market is doing. What are buyers and sellers willing to buy and sell their houses for in the marketplace? And so for you, 2 comps inside and 1 more comp from outside from a competing subdivision, all bracketed within 300 square feet up and down of your property's square footage, and you'll have a very good idea of what your home will sell. If you want to know some more information about getting a little bit more fine-tuned on your pricing, feel free to shoot me an email. I'd be happy to explain that a little bit further to you. My email is john@colemantanner.com. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Happy house selling. Bye-bye.